It's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in, and good morning to everybody. I hope you have a fantastic day. Today, though, today's video, we are going to have a bit of a scrap. Quite a scrap. I had this game a couple days ago, and it was absolute chaos, so I had to keep it. It ends up being an ace mastery, but the plot thickened afterwards, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But I want you to kind of just watch how chaotic this one is. It's low tier, so you got tier 5 and 6, and it can often be very chaotic down at this tier. People going every direction, the YOLOs, people pushing at you for no apparent reason. You've got all kinds of guys hanging out in the back. There's me and this leopard, and then here comes a leopard and a 3045. So I say, let's go get a free shot on the 3045. He's moving. Oh, okay, that sucked. He missed. Good. I bounced. Go right into a reload, and the 3045 says, well, you know what? Let's just get this party started. I want to kill this T-25. So we'll do a little bit of an olay with him. The leopard does a nice job getting him in a bit of a kerfuffle. Everyone's shooting at me from every direction. I'm going to just go ahead, swing around here, and start working on the 3045 in. Have to go ahead and reveal target release, and then we're going to get a bounce. That's a bummer. Back to the reload. And you're going to notice that I'm just reloading. Nice job on the leopard. Here comes a shot from the M44. And everything seems copacetic. So a little bit of a frenzy, right? A little bit of a frenzy. We come out well ahead. 3045 dead, T50-2 dead, Leopard dead, and looking good, right? Everything's looking good. So let's see what happens next. JPZ4 is hanging out there. There's an arty shot comes in at me. I'm going to come up and over, and I'm thinking I'm just going to roll up. I want to get into that nook because clearly they're not just going to keep YOLOing at us. Now we need to take the advantage and push in. And all of a sudden I see an Excelsior and a KV-1. Oh my gosh, what are they doing up top? There's another Excelsior. And the 178. And then there's this guy. These guys are everywhere. Take a hit from the 178B. And then the Covenanter just comes in. I don't really want to ram him. We'll just kill him this one. I don't know, folks. I don't know. Actually, I sort of do know. But we'll get to that. Again, we'll get that later. The Excelsior... The KV-1 is trapped. Here comes this Excelsior. There's another one right there. And I'm thinking, my goodness gracious, they're still coming at us. I almost fall off the rocks. I swing around. That Excelsior is not shooting me. I'm kind of curious why. I don't know why. We'll get that in a minute. Some of my more astute followers and whatnot, and it's not necessarily astute, but let's call it experienced in the ways of chicanery. You may already know what's about to be seen. And this game is just an absolute romple stomp. The YOLO is real. The other side is winning. We're winning. I'm shooting twice. That guy, we are at 3 kills, and we might as well just push in. There's another arty shot. Thank goodness it didn't hit me. It just stunned me. And we'll just keep trucking in. I really like this little T25, this Skoda. This is the Tier 6 tech tree version on the Czech tech tree. There is a Tier 5 German premium version that does not have the autoloader, but this one, Top Gun, is an autoloader, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm looking for the arty, but I find the Stug first. Just kind of hide right here a little bit. Come out, take some shots. Bink. A little bounce with a little bit of wiggle. Now we've got to reload. I'm probably going to do an arty shot, I would imagine, at some point here in the near future. Yep. Thank goodness he missed once again. There's the second guy, and we survived. Our 2 Excelsiors. Wait a minute. Do we have 2 Excelsiors? Well, we do. Very interesting. We'll get to that. We're going to get to that in just a minute. But let's go ahead and complete this. I'm thinking if I might be able to get an arty shot, but then I feel like I want to tuck up under the railroad track here, make his shot as difficult as possible. There we go. There's still 2 of these guys left. They'll come up and over. More than likely he's going to shotgun me. He gets me. I get him twice. 3 times a lady. Now he's done. Where's the other M44? Is he up here or is he in the back corner? He's in the back corner. Go ahead and zoom in there. We go 1, 2, and 3. All right. An absolute frenzy. That took 4 minutes and 9 seconds. 4 minutes and 9 seconds. You're like, Guido, what is up? Thanks for showing us a 15-2 romple stomp. Wow, there's a lot to learn there, man. Nicely done. Well, you could learn something from it. Don't spastic YOLO is one thing you could learn from it, like the other team did. And I had the game. I got the plate back. It's an ace mastery. So what? I mean, it was an absolute, just a train wreck of a game from the purple side. But I started then to look at them like, wow, that was really weird. What's going on here? And as I sometimes do in games like this, I want to see what the relative strength of the teams are. So I'm checking stats, looking at different guys. All right, what was their top guy? Did they even have a guy that wasn't really good? And I was finding a lot of really low battle count guys, some in the hundreds, less than 1,000. A couple of them in like the 1,800. And then I saw it. And then I started to notice it, and I want to show you. Hold on, we're going to go back into the garage, and we'll take a look at what I found. Well, all right, so what on earth was going on there? Well, it turns out there were 4 bots, 2 on our team and 2 on the other team. And I'm going to show you what those look like, so when you do tickets or kind of pay attention to it, what do the bots look like? The problem that we're having on occasion here is the codes for new players that give you, say, a tier 5 premium tank of some kind, a Churchill, I think it's the 1 or 3, whichever one it is, the Excelsior and some of the other kind of, what is the T14, things like that, are the common ones. It's usually the ones with a heavy on it, and the Excelsior and the T14 are probably the most common because they have a little bit of armor and they have some staying power while they're botting. Now, the bots are kind of sophisticated. You'll notice that the 2 Excelsiors on my team moved, didn't do a whole bunch, but they were pushing, and the 2 Excelsiors on the other team came down right at me, okay? And I think one even fired. But here's my plate. So I had a good game against bots. That was great. And players playing like bots. Ended up with 2,755 kills. That 3045M that was over there with me did a really nice job as well. And that's what the end plate looked like as far as the cost of it goes. It ended up costing me a little bit of cash because I spammed a bunch of gold. All right. Now, when I went in and I looked at this, I went, all right, what's going on? And we had these 2 Excelsiors here, a Round Basque and Ruined Sulfur. And then we had on the other team, Possible Pasty, which kind of made me laugh. And the other one was Breaches Grow. A little bit more sophisticated on the naming conventions. They used to be kind of numbers and letters. And somebody has put together some kind of word salad, and it's the bots are coming up, or maybe if they're hand jamming it, they're just putting 2 words together. So it looks like sort of a real name right there. Like I said, it's usually an Excelsior, a T14, the Churchill, something like that. And it's an invite code. What else are you looking for? Well, obviously they do poorly, and you kind of see them what they're doing. But just because there's guys at the bottom of the list doesn't necessarily mean they're bots. Also, you will notice that they're not platooned, but they are dropping more or less at the same time. I happened to catch 4 of them. One of the reasons I think I caught 4 of them all together and at the same time is this was really early in the morning at about 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 in the morning. So it'll be more likely when they're dropping a bunch of games in a row that you might get several bots in one game, and they're easier to notice. So what do they look like when you check their stats? You look over here and you're going to find something like this. Created Saturday, April 3rd. It's an 11-day-old account with 1,600 battles on it, 44% win rate. This is pretty standard bot information. The big key is a really high battle count and a very recent build. And then you come over here. Is it the same person around bat? Yeah, around Bass. So then you come over here and you go, 1,000 Excelsior botting games. That's where they're getting the cash. And then this one is apparently building up a Russian line. So they're going up a line, T28, KV1, IS. So they're on the IS, botting away. Interesting that the Excelsior is rocking a 47% win rate, but the rest of them are a little bit lower. You can tell that botting at lower levels tends to get you a better percentage, but look at this. The Tier 7 rocking a 34% win rate. One thing that's interesting about that is it does kind of confirm the old 30% you are going to win automatically, 30% you're going to lose automatically, and 40% you have a vote in kind of idea. Some people say 40, 40, 20, but somewhere in that. That's kind of what you see, especially at the upper tiers with the bots. So that's the kind of thing you're looking for. The premium just being spammed for silver, and then these guys being botted up through the line. So it took them 233 battles to get from a 1S to an IS. It makes me wonder, I guess in 2 weeks or 10 days or whatever this thing has been going, it's kind of hard to get too many rewards for like blueprints and things. So more than likely they're just pure grinding experience to go to the next tank right there. So then we move on. This is what all 4 of them looked like. Possible Pasty, Around Basque, Breaches Grow, and Ruined Sulfur. all very similar win rates, 42 to 44%, same similar amount of battles, all built within the last couple weeks. Here's a March 29th, here's an April 3rd, so all of them about 2 weeks old right there. That's what you're looking for. So you can report in game. That's the standard reporting mechanism. I kind of tricked the system and forced a report. You can do that on the website down at the bottom, contact support. When you tell them it's for a bot, you're going to ask multiple questions. When you tell them for a bot, it will tell you that's an automatic system, and it will tell you how to do that in the game. But at the bottom, it will say send report or something. Hit that, and it will actually accept the report. Make sure you put screenshots like this. Make sure you put the game in there. And I titled mine multiple bots in one game. I know they look at them. They're working on it. It's not perfect. You probably feel like it's a waste of time. Maybe it is to some extent, but this one was irritating enough to me that I actually put it out there. And as I am a CC, I have a line with the community folks, not with the folks who take care of this stuff, but with the community folks. I said, hey, here's my ticket number. I sent this in, sent a couple screenshots, and we'll do what we can with it. I'm really curious how this goes as a business plan. I don't want to delve into it because it's not that I want to do this or anything, but I'm really curious how this works. Are they selling them for $20, $50? What is the end result? Because clearly we're not going to catch all of them. More than likely they bought multiple accounts at a time, build up a line of tanks, and then sell them for who knows how much at that point. At which point you have to ask, like, who the heck is buying these botted accounts? Very strange. But anyway, there you go. That's what it looks like. I thought it was kind of funny. It got me an Ace Mastery anyway, so farming the 2 Excelsiors in there, and then the rest of the team just sort of followed suit. It was like the attack of the living bots. The bots are back in town, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's all I've got for today. Hope you guys have a good day. We will see you.